I'm Joanne Reardon. I work for digital content at Informa.
My name is Joachim Bornkamm. I'm a retired judge of the German Federal Court of Justice, which is the highest court of civil and criminal jurisdiction in Germany. And I used to work in IP and competition cases for nearly 20 years there.
Thank you for joining us. So how are courts approaching private enforcement?
Well, in Germany there's a long tradition for private enforcement, but not damage cases for cartels, but rather unilateral measures is equivalent to Article 102. These cases have mostly been decided in civil cases, by civil courts. So there's a long tradition, nearly 50 or more than 50 years, of civil litigation in these 102 cases, damages and injunction. But in cartel cases, it's rather a new phenomenon that you have litigation there, and that's only about the last 10 years.
So how is the Damages Directive being implemented in Germany?
It hasn't been, the time limit is end of 2016, 27 December 2016.
Yes.
So Germany is never one of the first to implement directives. So I think they come in end of December probably at the earliest. So it's not quite clear. There are a number of provisions in the directive where I don't have a clue how it's going to be implemented into German law, because there are principles of procedural law which don't run together, which don't fit with the directive. And it will be interesting to see how this is done. This will be similar in many other European countries with a civil law tradition, like France, Italy, Netherlands, Belgium, and so on. Yes.
I know there are different steps being taken, so it will be
Yeah,
very
well,
interesting
I
to
think
see.
they're working now on the first draft, and probably will be published and for discussion in a couple of months or so.
Are there any current private enforcement cases in Germany?
There are plenty. During the last 10 years, lots of litigation has taken place, and now nearly every cartel, and there are lots of cartel cases in the administration, in the Bundeskartellamt, and in the Commission, they all bring in a flood of civil cases in German courts. So the last one was the sugar cartel, and I think there are many courts which can hear competition cases for damages in Germany, and nearly all of them have one sugar cartel case now. So there's lots of, and in about 4 weeks' time, the second big decision of my former court is going to be, they're going to hear that case on the 8th of December, which is a case where private lottery companies sued the government-run companies, which had a monopoly, for a violation of competition rules, and the Court of Appeal in Düsseldorf granted something like 11.5 million euros damages, and they reached that result by a rather generous estimation of damages. So that will be interesting to see how the Court of Justice sees that. Gives discretion to how much discretion it will give to the judges in assessing damages.
Well, many thanks for your time.
Thank you.